Hey there everybody, it's ShadwSonic here to bring you part 16 of my Metroid Prime Let's Play. In the last part we made our way through the crashed frigate, and in this episode, well, we're going down into the mines. This might be a longish episode simply because of save point starvation. Now, we already scanned these guys last time, so don't worry about me missing a scan here. I'm just getting rid of them right now. And I hear some nasty sounding pirates, which I'm going to need to take care of. Probably while I'm climbing this thing. Ah, there you are. Get rid of you. And you are dead. Now to get rid of you. And you are dead. And lastly, get rid of you. And guess what? You're dead. But I gotta keep this charged because that's not the end of the pirates. Yeah, I remembered you. You thought you could sneak around me, did you? Well, I don't think so. Could have sworn there was one more up here. Maybe? No? Alright. Now, I'm gonna scan this thingy. Apparently I need a power conduit, and we know how that works. Up! There! Now it is active. And we can actually use the darn thing. So let us move the crane. Breaking the rock wall and revealing that missile expansion. Also putting it in the right place for us to use the spider ball to get over there. Nice how that works out, isn't it? And for some reason I cannot uncurl, so I have to use a bomb to get up. Now, before I go into the next room, I am going to... Oh, I'm on the wrong level for that. I am going to head back into the save station just to recharge my energy. Because I don't want to take any risks here. Because risks are how you're going to get yourself killed. Anyway, dual force field, and it's one field and another field. Rather stupid to have both the doors right in front, both the switches right in front of the door. That's kinda dumb. Anyway. Nothing else we can do in here. So let us enter into this room. Right, get her across from here, and you guys are deactivated. Good. Of course, I still want to kill you, Because I am a bit of... Because I want that little bit of energy. You know what? This should probably work quicker. Yep, there we go. Yes. Fire your bolts. And you didn't give me any energy. Oh, great. Oh boy. Next room is going to be a bit of a doozy. Okay, so first off, there should be 2 things we need to scan in here. That is not one of them. Ow. How did you avoid my shots? Why are you still avoiding my shots? There we go. Now, still going to be cautious, because more things will appear as I advance. And that's just how this works. Alright. Good. Thought there was going to be a turret there. I suppose not. What I do know is going to come up. Huh, that's odd. According to the guide, these should be power troopers. I mean, these being wave troopers fits a lot better with what I remember, but still, I've kind of been trusting the guide up to this point, and it's let me down. Ah well, I know where power troopers are later anyway. So, yes, this is a wave trooper, a space pirate armed with wave beam technology. Space pirates have reverse-engineered several of your weapons, including the wave beam. A flaw in the design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own beam weapon system. These weapons are inferior to your Chozo-designed originals, but still are quite potent. Well, fortunately, I like using wave beam anyway. Because it shocks them like this. Still trying to keep an eye out for... Oh, hello. You are dead. I said you're dead. Don't argue with me. And... Oh, that's the door they were coming out of, I guess. Nothing else should pop up, because it had that doors are going to be the activated sign. And we have this thing. Bendesium. That's power bombs. Wait a second. Oh, I see what happened. I was looking a little farther ahead in the guide than I was supposed to be. Right, the power trooper is in the room after the next one. That makes a lot more sense. So it's this room. We've got the ominous radioactive crackles. And we can keep moving on. Yeah, I did scan one of you. Just gotta be careful. Take advantage of every piece of health that I come across. Alright. Space pirates. And there, you're both dead. Now, over here, we have the only pirate data in this room. Space Pirate Encrypted Data Decoded. This one is called Elite Pirates in the logbook, but here it's known as 11.001.9. Initial Project Helix experiments with Space Pirate embryos were disastrous. The phase-on infusion process degenerated brain tissue even as it augmented muscle mass. None of what we have termed elite pirates lived to maturity. The few that survived their infanthood suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as juveniles, killing anything within their zone of perception. Research team Sclera made a recent breakthrough in which parasite studies with a phase-on strain codenamed Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have fused Vertigo phase-on with Space Pirate DNA with great success. The latest batch of elite pirates have reached maturity successfully and are ready for field testing and training. In other words, bad news for us. And looky here, something very, very ominous. Fortunately, we can't really do anything with it yet, even though it's an elite pirate, because, wouldn't you know it, it needs Bendesium to break, and that means something we don't have yet. Now, well, one of the others recommended battle systems. Well, I might as well go over this, since it'll give us some prep for what's going on. They will have shoulder-mounted plasma artillery cannons, repulsion shields, wave projectors, energy siphon systems, and retractable wrist bayonets. Very dangerous group of things. And now we can move on. Yes. Now where are those? Ah, there they are. I'm switching to power beam because... Wait, no, those are wave beam troopers. You're not gonna shoot me up today! Die. 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 Good. Good. Now, can I look up there to see... No, I cannot. Alright. Just gonna boost my way around. And activate this thing. Security alert all stations. Bioform Samus Aran has made planfall on Talon 4. The Hunter is among us. All units are hereby ordered to attack Aran on sight. Terminal Force is authorized to report all sightings of Aran to Security Command at once. Yeah, kinda hard to do when I keep killing them immediately when I see them. Platform systems active. And we can keep moving forward. Now I'll switch to power beam. Oh, crud. I think it saw me. Yes! Gotcha! This is a power trooper. Says the same thing as the wave trooper, except wave beam is replaced with power beam. Now these guys are kind of annoying because they are bulky and the power beam doesn't really do much. Fortunately, they can be affected by super missiles as they are part power beam. But that also means they can take a large chunk of missiles from you. Which I'd prefer not to do. And I've got one other thing I need to accomplish. See, this spinner, it moves that gun. I want to get that gun pointed there. I didn't say curl back up. And then scan this to fire the gun. That, ladies and gentlemen, leads to nothing because I got the wrong place selected. But now that I have the right one selected, I didn't hit that. Now that I have the right one selected, I can get another missile pack. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Of course, now I have to spin it back in front because that wall is hiding another door. Alright. And over here we have a room that I can just drop down without losing any health, because that's how the room is made. Oh, and this thing! Stupid power trooper. There we go. Die, all of you. Now, what we want to do is, you see this little design here? That controls the spider ball tracks there. What we want to do is place one so that the blue is connecting to the blue. Pretty simple at first, but don't worry, it'll get more complicated. Because that blue one puts us up to the point where we can control the yellow. Or, no, the red, sorry. Which means we now have to move this section so that it's selecting red. Then we have to drop back down, head to the first thingy again, and jump in it until red is matching up there, so we can climb up the red all the way to the second floor. I thought there was one more of you. Now, where are you? Ah, you're a wave trooper. Get on my level! So I can kill you! Yes! Unfortunately, we cannot break that stuff because Bentesium again. Crud. Now over here we have some electric things we can destroy. And hopefully get more health while doing so. Yes, 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 yes. And that's elevator access A, right? Yes, yes. So, that means be able to open that, activate this elevator, and head down to another room, which will have more stuff to collect again. Before I enter in there, I'm going to head over here and fire to get item. Head over here, fire to get item, and there to get more. Yeah, like I said before, trying to be very careful. Oh, looky! Another explosive crate. Let me blast that. Oops! Sorry, guy! Well, not only do we not have to deal with that space pirate, but we got another missile expansion. Yes! Now we're up to 150. Okay. And next room is going to involve a lot of things to scan. I mean, like a lot of things. For instance, we have this pirate data, which it could be quite a few things. Log 10.023.7. Security Command issued an all points alert after the fall of Zebus. The alert concerns bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is a female hominid and is heavily armed and extremely dangerous. This is true. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle, along with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. Wait a second, I thought that the space pirates were well aware of what Chozo were, so how do they not know? Whatever. Anyway, all combat units are instructed to terminate Aran on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will go to the unit who delivers Aran to command. Dead or alive, it matters not. So I guess that one is just the Hunter in the logbook. Let's see what this one has to say. Log 11.156.9. Test subject ZD, hereafter referred to as Metroid Prime, was recently discovered in a cavern by mining crews. Now, actually, something I should mention, this kind of got retconned when the game was re-released for the Wii trilogy because of a little plot hole of the whole it's sealed in the impact crater thing. You know, doesn't make too much sense. Let's just roll with it as is for now. Anyway, it quickly dispatched the miners, but was eventually contained by security units and drones. Once contained, we were able to begin studies upon Metroid Prime. The results have been astonishing. It's genetically similar to Metroid's, albeit on a highly evolved level. It displays a limitless capacity for phazon infusion, and shows no phazon-based degeneration whatsoever. It continues to grow in size, and while it has manifested some psychotic behavior, the cold fields we use to pacify remain effective. Authorization for advanced studies on Metroid Prime have been approved. Well, that one is obviously Metroid Prime. Okay, blah blah blah. Stole stuff from Star Marines. And yeah, that's an elite pirate. Unfortunately, this one seems to be a little more awake than the other one we ended up with. A new creature! Morphology elite pirate. Phazon-based enhanced space pirate, incredibly strong, armored, and well-armed. Elite pirates are potent foes. Their energy siphon system absorbs beam weapon shots, which they use to fuel a massive plasma artillery cannon. The nature of this system makes them vulnerable to concussion-based weapons. Well armed, the elite pirate is effective in close combat and at a distance. Their massive size can be a weakness, and their sluggish speed allows for evasion and quick attacks. Something I should mention, there are only a limited number of these, so best to scan it now. Wait. Concussion system. Using thermal visor to lock onto the cannon. Super missile. Wait until you put hands down. Darn it. Keep hitting things other than that cannon. Yes. Now we can do some damage with more conventional stuff. Haha. See, these elite pirates aren't so tough. Of course, now they've made it so that the rest of the space pirates in this room have heard what I'm doing, and oh boy! We have another new creature! This is an ice trooper. Let's see. Huh, why does it not say to scan ice troopers? Did he forget that they were there? Whatever. Anyway, morphology, ice trooper, space pirate armed with ice beam technology. Yep, says the same thing as wave and power, just replace it with ice. You get the idea. Anyway, these guys are not as dangerous as... are the least dangerous of the bunch, despite having the most advanced beam, because freeze, shatter. And why do I still hear ominous music? Let's get rid of the cause of the ominous music, please. Alright. Now that we've taken care of that little mess, let us resume scanning things. Starting with this! A new pirate data! Log 11.222.8. Science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal based off of data acquired from her assaults on our forces. Progress is slow, but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Aran's power suit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious Morph Ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our Morph Ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterward. Ha ha ha! Morons. Anyway, that's phase on nutrient bath. And that's another phase on nutrient bath. Okay, I'm guessing that the rest of the logs are up here. Let us take a look, shall we? Let's see, none of those seem to be red, so none of those should be pirate data. These, however, are almost completely red. Oh, and the last one seems to have been called Hunter Weapons. This one, let's see. Log 11.444, not 444, 440.4. Results are in from field studies on extinct bioform group Chozo. Oh, Chozo studies, I guess this is. We believe that Talon 4 was once a stronghold in a great Chozo empire, brought low by the meteor strike. Planetary devastation brought an end to the Chozo, yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us, we destroy. In time, we shall have all we need from this dead race, and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly ruins. Hey, I like those ruins. The dead should serve the living, not hinder them. Well, that statement I can agree with, but I don't agree with the rest of how of what you're doing, so Anyway, new pirate data. Log 11.452.8. We are particularly interested in a number of curious Chozo artifacts we have been able to recover from a number of religious sites on Talon 4. That happens to be the name of the scan in the logbook, Chozo Artifacts. These relics resonate with power, and yet we are unable to harness them in any way. Science team is attempting to fuse them together with Phazon, believing that a link might exist between them. Well, you're not wrong, but we know that these artifacts are linked to the Chozo Temple that blocks full access to the impact crater. We have yet to crack this enigma, however. Command grows impatient regarding this matter. Results must be produced soon. And not if I have anything to say about it. And bye-bye force field. And hello new pirate data. Log 11.402.5. Metroid Prime continues to feed and grow ever larger in the impact crater caves. Its hunger knows no bounds, and it has begun to manifest unusual mutations since its breach. These include armor plating on its epidermis and mechanical outgrowths that generate defensive screens. These screens render it invulnerable to most weapon systems, but a flaw in the mutation leads to increased vulnerability to certain weapons. In other words, hit it with its same color, stupid. It compensates for this by shifting the screens quickly. This latest development concerns security units greatly. They feel it's a matter of time before Prime corrects this defect and renders itself invulnerable to all weaponry. Containment would be nigh impossible if this were to occur. Destruction would be completely impossible. So, those Prime mutations. Another new pirate data. 11.377.1. Subject Metroid Prime's breach has been contained. So this Prime breach. Reports indicate that it sensed a large batch of raw Phazon in the lab from within its stasis tank, and broke through the glass, using previously unsuspected strength. Besides consuming all of the Phazon, Metroid Prime assimilated several weapons and defense systems from fallen security units. It has suffered no ill effects from said assimilation. Indeed, it began to use its newly acquired weapons against us. Once we pacified it, we were unable to remove the assimilated gear without threat to Metroid Prime. The gear is now an integral part of its body. Command is intrigued by this newfound ability, and has ordered further study to commence at once. Well, that's not good. And finally, one last pirate data for this room. Log 11.664.2, otherwise known as Chozo Ghosts. There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo ruin sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo Ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing, only to be followed by another attack. Science team believes these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow, these entities are able to interact with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We will make them pay for such arrogance, for even ghosts can be destroyed. Well, that's not concerning at all. And I don't know which room I'm supposed to go in, because the guide does not say. This is the room that it wants me to go in. First I should check time. Dagnabbit. Okay, we're coming close to a save station. I can just keep going, I guess. So, just gonna head on to the other end of this room as quickly as possible. Only to see it loaded with poisonous gas and porky puffers. Of course. No. And, oh, crud, this room can get annoying. First off, we have these wave pirates to deal with. Or wave troopers, sorry. Ah! No, no, I didn't want to fall down here! Okay, I'm gonna use my super missiles. Because... yeah, usually I like to snipe them from above. But I can't really do that if I just happen to fall down there. Now can I? Well, good thing I wasn't on hard difficulty, because that would have been problematic. Anyway, force field offline. This would have turned it off from the other side. And let's start scanning some things. Like this. A new pirate data. This one should be called Omega Pirate. Log 11.232.8. Elite Pirate Upsilon's propensity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but it's retained all mental faculties, and shows dexterity with all elite weaponry, including plasma incendiary launchers and the chameleon manta issued for cloaking purposes. So we've got an elite pirate that can use cloaking technology. Well, that's not good. Elite Pirate Upsilon exhibits miraculous healing abilities. When injured, it seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself into the substance, which instantly mends the creature's wounds. Well, that's really not good. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate based on these developments, shows potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is its potential over-dependence on Phazon. Well, let's just hope it's not in a room with Phazon when we fight it. Alright. We have an elite pirate in there, elite pirate in there. And actually, before I move on, I seem to remember something being over Bandesium. Of course. Well, let's continue. Normally I would have stopped by now, but I haven't come across a save station yet, so I can't really do that. Anyway, we have a new room. With an elite pirate in it. I guess we don't fight it here. Good. Ah, this room. Okay, we're very, very close. Now, here's the tricky part. There is a thing down there. A sort of invisible drone. Only one of its kind. I can't scan it because it's invisible all the time, so it doesn't count for the logbook. The problem is, it is very, very annoying to hit. It has ended runs for me. And you know what the really, really annoying part is? The next room after this one, the very next room, is a save point. So... Did I just luckily get a super missile on him and kill him in one blast? Well, then, I am very grateful for that. Anyway, that thing was officially known as a Shadow Drone, but like I said before, it cannot be scanned. And we have a little Morph Ball maze here, which normally would be a bit problematic if you were hot off having fought that thing for a while, but I have plenty of health. I can go around, bomb any water puddles, ow, and make my way forward until I reach something more important than just mere going around. Like, say, this! As annoying as everything getting here has been, this is a worthwhile reward. The power bombs! Finally, Pentesium can be destroyed! Unfortunately, we only have a case of 3. But that is for next time, because this part has been going on for long enough, and there's a save station right in here, which I am going to take just as soon as Anthony sends us off. It's Waluigi! Fine. If you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that I can become super popular! Ahem. Him too. Thank you. Also, be sure to let me know what you want to see in future Let's Plays, and if you don't have any ideas, you can always check out my Games Grabber page. Until next time, where we delve further into the mines, but have fewer troubles and anxiousness due to the worst part being behind us. This is ShadwSonic, signing out.